Well, my colleague Aldrin Sampear is joining us live, of course, from KwaZulu-Natal's police headquarters then in Durban. Aldrin, I mean, it wasn't so long ago that there was the discussion around a step-aside rule, that if you were under investigation for corruption especially, and any other malfeasance, of course, that you would have to step aside then. And one wonders whether Sunday would be a decision like that coming forward from the president. Nobody knows, of course, but it could be a keen question mark as Senzo Mkhwanazi's political battles weigh on.
Yeah, and the step-aside rule applies within the ANC only, and we need to separate the two. So there's the government element. There is a Senzo Mkhwanazi being a minister within the executive, and President Cyril Ramaphosa would have to take a decision around what's going to happen there. Then you also, of course, on the other end, have the ANC, and the ANC's Integrity Commission is set to launch its own investigation into this as well, and they will then decide what needs to happen going forward. This is now speaking about the political part around it, but the step-aside rule of the ANC only kicks in once an individual has been charged. So as it stands currently, Senzo Mkhwanazi is not charged. We understand that investigations have been launched, that there are investigations that are ongoing, but not necessarily that he has been charged or that a case has been opened against him. But let's quickly speak to Colonel Netshiunda, who is a spokesperson for the police here in KwaZulu-Natal, to speak to us about how policing has continued in the province following that explosive press briefing that took place on Sunday. And of course, you are flanking the provincial police commissioner on Sunday. How have things unfolded since then in the province?
It has been business as usual in the province. Policing continues, operations are going on, suspects are being arrested, those are going to court are doing so everything is normal.
And what about staff morale? We heard the National Police Commissioner speaking about unity within SAPS and calling for unity within SAPS. Is this anything that would have affected the KwaZulu-Natal at all?
Like I said, policing continues. And police are out there in the streets doing their work. As we speak, there are police officers who are on parade now going for a major operation in the south of Durban. That would suggest that everything is normal. And as police, we understand our mandate that we need to ensure that residents of this province are and feel safe.
Yeah. And still confidence, of course, in the National Provincial Police Commissioner.
We take cue from our management, and there's never been any confusion of any sort. And there hasn't been anything that impacts management of this province or anywhere else. We are operating as usual. Projects that are ongoing as planned.
No. And would the Provincial Police Commissioner also still be going about his daily duties in terms of the leadership for the province's police service?
The province of KwaZulu-Natal is under the leadership of Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi. And as far as we are concerned, nothing has changed. No press briefing has changed anything. And it's for the police to go about their business. We know the mandate is to safeguard residents of this province and their property.
Yeah. On Wednesday, when there was the press briefing with the National Police Commissioner, you also mentioned that there have been death threats that have been received by the Provincial Police Commissioner, and that security around him has also been beefed up. Are you able to touch a bit on that?
Unfortunately, in the police, you follow protocol. Once the National Commissioner has pronounced, nobody pronounces otherwise.
Yeah. At this point, are you able to say whether the Provincial Police Commissioner has had any conversation as yet with the President?
We are not aware of that. We are in the province. That should happen somewhere at national level. So we are dealing with the matters in the province, ensuring that residents are and feel safe.
And then finally, during the press briefing, once again, one of the questions that came from the floor was with regards to investigations relating to what the Provincial Police Commissioner had to say about the so-called drug cartels and the involvement of senior politicians. Are those investigations ongoing?
In his press briefing himself, he mentioned that they are ongoing. That is what he said himself in his press briefing. So we believe that what he said is true.
And no case has been opened against the police ministers here?
That's something beyond the policing in the province, because remember, What we're talking about is what the PC has pronounced in his press briefing. We, as the police in KwaZulu-Natal, at the moment, are ensuring that services which was provided by us are ongoing without any hindrance.
All right. Thank you so much, Colonel. Colonel Netshiunda is the spokesperson for the police in the province. Reassurance that policing in the province is ongoing. And also, as we know, that press briefing that took place on Sunday, of course, as it just confirmed that the Provincial Police Commissioner did say that the investigations in relation to the cartels is ongoing.